There are 45 chairs in this tube. I counted. Did you know that? Did I tell you that? There's 45 chairs in this count. Oh, no, I just don't. Well, not including 45 others. 45, 46, somewhere there. That's interesting. Yeah. Whatever we did, that done.
Good evening. Welcome to the regular City Council meeting of December 21st, 2015, the special work session. Call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum. Public forum. Individuals may address the City Council about items not included on the agenda. Speakers are required to state their name and their address for council records and limit their remarks to 3 minutes or less. Speakers are requested to frame their comments around items that fall within the authority of the City Council. During the City Council will not take official action on items discussed at this time. May place the item on file, take the matter under advisement, refer the matter to staff or committee for future report, direct the matter to be placed on the upcoming agenda. Before the public forum tonight, I'm sure there's a lot of people here for the holiday decorations, displays on public property or city-owned property. So just to set, we've been hearing quite a few things, people complaining about not being able to do it on a private property. This has nothing to do with private property. The decorations that are in discussion are on city-owned property in the city-owned parks. The private property is, you know, your guys'. You can do whatever you wish on your own property with, you know, as long as it's legal with the sign sizes or whatever on that order. And that the lines displays, not necessarily we throw them out in their ear. They requested to be, you know, February 1st, and that's what everything is coming to an end at February 1st, and then the council will work and discuss and come up with a plan or policies on if we want to continue with displays on public property or not. So we will open it up. Did you have anything else, John?
I just want to add one thing. We did get a request to remove item C from this work session agenda. It's the seasonal display request from David and Gabriel Meyer. So that also is for item 9A in the regular council. So that will be scratched from the agenda.
Okay, thank you. Now for a public forum. You want to, yep.
My name is Randall. Wait till I get up here. My name is Randall Bjerkness, and I live at 17059 Riverwood Drive. First of all, I want to thank the mayor and the council members for the opportunity to speak. Yes, Robin Hensel and myself have the right to free speech. She says she is a person of harmony and peace. Yes, in the past, the council was wrong on the bench deal. Shame on them. Robin, your benches look great and it's very informational. Shame on you, though, that you have taken blood money for it. I'm taking this to heart, so. You say you want to help and inform people. I think that was wrong. Your website is so good that I found out by myself through it that I was in violation of the ordinance, which I did not know that it was supposed to be 48 inches high. I thought, you know, I could put my sign up here and it would be legal because it was just a narrow, long thing. I found out anyhow through your website that I was in violation before I even got the notice from the city in the mail. That's pretty pathetic. For this, I believe Robin Hensel is at war with the city or any government agency that will run over anyone in her way, including myself. She speaks of war in her deal. Yes, I think she's against the city or any government. Speaking of war, yes, it is against the law to drive and videotape going down the road by yourself. Please stop before someone gets injured. In light of all this, in my eyes, she is like a bloodsucker, using we the people as water and the government agency as her blood, which is money for her survival. Because of the Supreme Court holdings, can I keep the ordinance the same, only to add that only professionally made signs are acceptable, more pleasant to the eye? That is my biggest problem with you, Robin. Please make them pleasant. Okay, thank you for reminding me of the greatest show on earth so I could be here tonight. A little history. Hitler was going to undermine our countries with fake bonds and break them. Isn't this what she is trying to do to our city? I would have more to say, but I'm running out of time. So Merry Christmas to all. And once again, I thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak?
Dear members of the board, my name is Carren Miller. I live at 1005 11th Street, Southwest, here in Wolf Falls. I'm here to voice my concerns regarding the sign ordinance policy. It is to my understanding that after January 31st of this year, the Christmas display won't be allowed on city property, let alone any display. As I've read through some of the stuff, I disagree with your actions on this, just because one person seems to intimidate you. What I find intimidating is the 40-some pages of the sign ordinance policy. Not Robin Hensel. I'm not here to take anyone's rights away from them. However, it must be said that the second Robin decided to put her display up in Memorial Park and you as a city voted and said it was okay, you took that right away from me and other people. That is a public park. If I want to go there anytime on any part of it, I have that right. If you read through Ordinance 10.20, it states, a person shall not dig in or otherwise disturb grass areas or in any other way injure or impair natural beauty or usefulness of any area. It also states, no one will engage in loud, boisterous, threatening, abusive, insulting, or indecent language, or engage in any disorderly conduct or behavior in breach of the public peace. Is Robin? Yes. She posted her signs through the ground, offended the troops, and offended people's religions through her use of language. It also states no one can paste, glue, tack, or otherwise post any sign, placard, advertisement, or encryption, or nor shall any person erect or cause to be erected any sign on any public lands or roads adjacent to the park unless authorized by city engineer or the building official. So why can she? It states in one part of the sign ordinance policy that no one needs a permit from the city. I was told that Robin didn't. It also states in the sign ordinance that if it runs along a state trunk highway, she would need a policy from or a permit from the state as well. So does she? Does she have those permits? I was told she does not. My question is why one person can get away with going against things that are in our ordinances, seeing that this individual, Robin, wants to be fair for all. It took me just a few minutes to pull up the ordinances to see what is all wrong with what Robin is doing, and you as a board seem to think it'd be okay. So the other week I was struggling with my depression, and I have a difficult time leaving my apartment. But the other week I left my apartment. I was feeling down. When I saw the display at Labor Day Park, it brightened my mood, and when I drove around and looked at the lights and the displays, by the time I got home I wasn't so depressed anymore. I look forward to the lights and displays by the Lions, and it helps me get through each year with my depression. I think there's a way to allow displays where it's not infringing on anyone's rights.
Time's up, Karen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak?
Robin Hensel, 807 First Street, Southeast. Constitutional scholar and First Amendment attorney Bruce Fine recently asked, where are today's necessary philosophers? One of those I will never be, but from my heart, can you hear the song of peace being drowned out by the blaring drumbeat of war? I am complimented for being labeled a heretic for peace. I am pleased to be turning community norms on their head. I am honored by some who refer to me as the Lioness of Minnesota. In the 1990s, Elmer Anderson, founder of ECM Publishers, helped write their current mission statement. It reads in part, participating actively in community betterment, contributing to individual freedom, peace, and justice in the world. This is not being followed by the official newspaper of the City of Little Falls, the Morrison County Record. In a Christmas message for Little Falls in the year 2015, the writer said, quote, whether you like the United States Constitution or not, it is the bedrock upon which the nation was founded, unquote. In response, an online commenter wrote, quote, someone should explain the difference between provoking someone and educating someone to this editorial writer. I love how writers like this editorial one love to hide behind Jesus and love and Christianity whenever they cannot make a viable defense in a political argument, unquote. Another wrote, I think it all began with a decision by someone to enforce existing law in an arbitrary and unequal manner. In an attempt to silence one peace advocate, they opened up a can of worms, and then the city reacted in an uneducated way with a poorly constructed sign ordinance, and now things seem to be getting a fair amount of attention to the problems of unequal enforcement and free speech. Hensel seems to be providing a teaching moment, but the students don't seem willing to learn. Another wrote, in expressing her opinion, Ms. Hensel does support the troops in several ways. Above all, she does not want the young people from her country to be sent abroad to be injured, traumatized, or die. She questions the motives behind the country's military actions and one of the largest debacles in recent history, the invasion of Iraq, unquote. Another wrote, I consider myself a faithful Christian and I do not accept the premise that one community member is my enemy. All the city and the council needs to do is be fair. Christmas is just an illusion without lasting world peace, and it must begin in Palestine. Courage like cowardice can grow when an action by one person influences decisions by another, either toward bravery or fear. And in closing, to the community and to the council, with utmost sincerity, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Anyone else wish to speak?